What is up, internet? It's your boy Dom here with another movie review. I just got back from watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and I'm just gonna get right into it. This movie was a good film. It's actually exactly what you would expect going in. And no, I don't mean the whole internet hype where everyone was just shitting on the entire cast and crew because their choice cast wasn't ideally put. Okay, let's just set that all aside. Let's just look at this movie for what it is. What do I think about the voice? Sounds like Chris Pratt. I mean, I wouldn't say he even tried to do a Mario impression. Was it bad? No, it wasn't bad. It's fucking Chris Pratt. You know what I mean? Chris Pratt sounds like Chris Pratt. Charlie Day sounds like Charlie Day. Jack Black sounds like Jack Black. Everyone sounds like their respective fucking voice actor. You know what I mean? Why? These aren't voice actors. None of these people are voice actors, but they did a good job. You know what I mean? They were very expressive. None of the audio or dialogue was ever cut or dry. You know, these are all professionals, guys. I mean, this dude right here, he headlines the Guardians of the Galaxy. This dude was in one of the longest running, most successful, edgy, comedy shows. You know what I mean? What do you expect? Do you expect these guys to deliver a very poor performance? You think Nintendo and Illumination are gonna put out a movie that sucks? No, these are the same people that made the Minions franchise. Sorry, Minions franchise, a multi-million-dollar company. I mean, dude, this is Illumination we're talking about. They made the Grinch work somehow. You know what I mean? Everybody was ready to shit on the Grinch when it came out, but I know way too many people were obsessed with that movie. It's exactly what you expect. It's a very good film. Plot wise, it's not very plot heavy. I mean, it's a Super Mario Brothers movie. What do you expect it to be, like the Schindler's List or something? Never actually watched the Schindler's List, but it's a very basic plot. They're both plumbers. Their parents aren't very proud of them because they're just plumbers. The underdog story, the classic underdog tale. That's the Mario Brothers. That's always been the Mario Brothers. Classic underdogs are two plumbers nobody cares about. They're not very well respected. They get no respect whatsoever. People throw dirt on their name in their hometown of Brooklyn. One day they get a call because they make a little commercial and everybody makes fun of them for it. They're like, oh, you guys are big time. They're just shitting on the Mario Brothers. But they get a call, and then the first call after they make this commercial, they get transported into the Mushroom Kingdom. And it's kind of like if you ever watched Thor, was it Ragnarok, where the two get separated, or just any fucking space movie really. The two brothers get separated. Luigi ends up getting captured by Bowser, and Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom. That's where he meets Toad. And they find out that Bowser's been taking over the Mushroom Kingdom because he wanted the invincibility star, that power up, because his entire plot of the movie is he just wants to marry Peach. He has a giant crush on Peach. That's his motivation. This giant evil guy is just troubled, and he's just lonely. He's just a lonely dude, and he's willing to massacre millions of people to impress one girl. I mean, this dude is like Thanos. You know what I mean? He's a giant simp. He's a giant simp for Peach. What do you expect? So yeah, he goes around destroying kingdoms, and eventually, they tell Mario that his brother got captured by Bowser, so he joins together with Princess Peach, and they go on a mission to recruit other kingdoms. But this mission is cut short immediately. They managed to go to the Donkey Kong Kingdom, and they convince the king, Cranky Kong, to let them borrow their army to support them in their mission to defeat Bowser by defeating their champion, which is Donkey Kong. So yeah, they defeat him, and then they're like, oh, let's plan an ambush immediately. This movie's fast-paced. It's a kid's movie. Don't expect a lot of plot. So after they join the Mario Brigade, whatever they're called, Mario, Peach, and Toad, they're accompanied by all the monkeys, and all these monkeys are gonna storm fucking Bowser. But somehow Bowser catches word of this, so they ambush them. They capture the entire fucking army so that only Donkey Kong and Mario are left. And Princess Peach and Toad, they go back home. They're like, oh, we're about to get captured. And then Bowser shows up. He captures Princess Peach. They're about to have a royal wedding. And that's when Mario and Donkey Kong show up. I mean, there's a plot point where you follow Mario and Donkey Kong into this whale's stomach, but that's about all that happens. They get eaten by a whale, and they use a cart because it's a rocket powered cart. So they use the rockets on the cart to somehow magically get to the Mushroom King. This movie is just scene after scene. It doesn't explain anything. It's a kids movie. Like, again, just you got to give it the benefit of the doubt. It's a kids movie. Don't expect it to be deep. It's not. So again, they end up transporting to the fucking Mushroom Kingdom. They stop the wedding. Bowser releases this giant bullet bill. This bullet bill chases Super Mario back to the tunnel that was from the very beginning of the movie that transports him to the real world. So he lowers the bullet bill to go into that, and the explosion from the bullet bill causes the worlds to collide. So all of the not all of the Mushroom Kingdom, but like the giant castle from Bowser, all his army, and all the people he captured ended up being. I hate my neighbors. I fucking hate my neighbors so goddamn much. They end up fucking being transported back to Brooklyn, and there's this one final battle scene where all of the entirety of Bowser's army fights the Mario Brothers in Brooklyn. And at this point Bowser's already captured the star, but he hasn't consumed it, so Peach just kicks it, and then the Mario Brothers eat it, and they defeat the army, and yeah, that's about it. They capture Bowser because they use a little mushroom that turns them tiny, and I think that's a happy ending. Everybody lives happily ever after. They get well respected, and it's shown that the Mario Brothers are living now in the Mushroom Kingdom, but they still travel back to Brooklyn. So they're seen heroes and champions of both worlds, basically. They earn the respect and admiration of everybody, meanwhile strengthening their brotherly bond. What I think about the movie, it's great. It's exactly what I expected it to be. I did not expect this movie to flop. I did not expect the movie to be bad. I expected exactly what I got. You know what I mean? I'm very happy to say it was a good movie. If I was gonna rate it, you guys are gonna hate me, but I'm going back to the regular rating, 7 out of 10. I mean, what can I say? You know what I mean? What can I say? It's par for the course. It's exactly what you expect, and that's not a bad thing whatsoever. Sorry. The soundtrack is fucking amazing. I mean, they managed to get all the game music and turn it into an actual soundtrack for a movie. I did see Moist Critical complain, and other people complain that the soundtrack was a little weird, but honestly, it's very 80s. So, I don't have any complaints about the soundtrack because it's very 80s. That's when the Mario Brothers were made. They're trying to capitalize on the nostalgia. So they put Beastie Boys and that one song, I Need a Hero, all that shit. They put 80s music, you know what I mean? It's exactly what you expect. Was it a good movie? Hell yeah. Do I look forward to the future of Nintendo films with Illumination? Hell yeah. I mean, there's not much I can say. Just go watch it. If you're doubting it, you have literally no reason to doubt it. You have literally no reason to suspect this movie is going to be about. It's a fun movie. Just look at it for what it is. You know what I mean? Don't come into this expecting fucking the video games on a big screen. But it's a respectable adaptation. There's so many fucking Easter eggs and everything that they put in the movie from reference to the video games. They've done it so seamlessly. It's very respectable. They managed to do it in such a clever way. It's Nintendo. They're anal with their properties. If you thought this was gonna be a sloppy mess, I'm sorry. You're stuck in the 90s, bro. That was 20 years ago. This isn't that. Seriously, give it a chance. Give this movie a chance. It's a great movie. It's a must-watch. If you have kids, you know what I mean? It's a great movie to watch with kids, you know what I mean? It's a fucking kids movie. But, if you're a kid watching this, get the fuck off my channel. I hate children. You shouldn't be here. See this? This is smoke. Children can't be around this. All I know is, after watching this movie, I want some fucking shrooms, man. I gotta call my supplier. This has been Dom. And remember, stay super, my friends.